Here we have a brand new fragrance by Thameen London. And of course, this one came out October 1st of this year. This one is called Center Stage, inspired by the provocative sensuality of 1920s cabaret clubs. In today's Cephalabon contributor video, I'm going to be talking to you about this brand new fragrance, what I get from the smell, notes, performance, longevity, all that good stuff. I'm also going to let you in on a very special giveaway opportunity, courtesy of Twisted Lily. So make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on the brand new Center Stage by Thameen London, this is such a provocative fragrance with orange blossom and orris and jasmine and leather, some animalic notes, there's cardamom. It's a really interesting, complex fragrance, leathery, sweet at times. I'll give you my full assessment in just a little bit. But before I dive into the review, I do want to mention that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. It would really, really mean a lot to me. So here's the thing, you have an opportunity to win. There is a very special giveaway happening courtesy of Twisted Lily. They are amazing, and it's a really simple process. All you have to do is visit cephalabon.com. It's going to be the first link down below in the description box. And if you're already a registered reader, all you have to do is just drop a thoughtful comment on the article. It's super simple. That's it. Just make sure to check back on over to the website on the date that's mentioned in the article, because that's when the winner is going to be announced. So God forbid you win and then you're not quick enough to claim your prize. We don't want that to happen, right? So make sure to keep checking back to the website so that when the winner is announced, you can claim your prize and you can go home with a shiny new toy, right? Here we have Center Stage by Thameen London. Beautiful fragrance. So this is an orange blossom dominant fragrance. I smelled this for the first time about a month ago, and I just fell in love with the experience of it. And it really is transformative, transportive. It really builds this beautiful olfactive landscape. So it's the iris, which makes it really like almost like creamy and starchy. The orange blossom, which is so natural smelling, it has a touch of sweetness to it. And then of course you also have the jasmine in here, which kind of like contributes to that beautiful spellbinding floral bouquet that's in the heart. But the cardamom in the opening gives it that appropriate level of spice. And I'm sure there's a lot of other spicy ingredients and some animalic ingredients kind of contributing to the construction of the leather accord that's residing in the dry down. I'm going to tell you all about the smell in just a second. Let's take a quick look at the presentation of my travel atomizer. Now, right in the opening of this fragrance, you are going to get that floral bouquet. And it's so natural, it's so lush, it's so beautiful. And I love it, right? Of course, we have something like Bravi, which also has a floral personality. And there are certainly, and also chords, right? So Thameen London has explored many different floral profiles throughout the years. And I think they all do something really brilliant, but something beautiful in their own way. Now, when we're talking about orange blossom, and I've encountered so many orange blossom perfumes throughout the years, what I love about this one is the whole narrative and the concept behind it of, you know, you're going back to the 1920s, the jazz age, the roaring 20s, the prohibition era. And of course, you're in a cabaret club where there's this unbridled sensuality and people are drinking their bootlegged spirits. And I just love going back to that time period, and I can't believe it's been 100 years, not to suggest that I was alive 100 years ago and that I'm so taken aback by the passage of time or something like that. But, you know, just having learned about it and, you know, having read so much about that time period, you know, it's a really beautiful olfactive expression that captures that time period so elegantly and so masterfully. So it has this beautiful orange blossom ingredient in here. The leather accord in the dry down is so supple, you know, and it says animalic ingredients, right, in the note breakdown, or an animalic accord, but nothing about it is rough and tumble, right? So it's not one of these aggressive leather accords. It certainly doesn't smell barnyardy like a lot of other leather perfumes can. This one The floral ingredients are really keeping this very sensual and provocative, but it also has that touch of sweetness, so it's here to play, right? It's here to have a good time. The cardamom spice in the opening just opens it up with kind of a preview or a coming attraction of what you can expect in the dry down, which I think is really interesting how this perfume kind of unfolds on the skin. And then, of course, you also have the styrax in the dry down. So it does have this balsamic richness. There's a bit of an ambery personality. I don't really get vanilla per se, and I know sometimes vanilla is used in the synthesis of an amber accord. This is one where I kind of feel like the sweetness is coming predominantly from the orange blossom. And I've encountered a lot of other orange blossom perfumes where the orange blossom ingredient is so natural, so organic that it actually smells sweet. Seville l'Aube by L'Artisan Parfumeur is another one. But let me tell you something, this perfume, it opens up with this richness that is so hard to beat, so hard to match. And this is something that I love about Thameen London. It seems like so many of their perfumes, whether we're talking about Bravi or Chords or Green Pearl, just so many of them are so full and so rich. And you can tell there's a lot of quality behind the brand. So please, do yourself a favor, get a sample. You know, I don't advocate for blind buys, right? I don't think you should spend hundreds of dollars on something that you could potentially not enjoy to its fullest, something that might not work well with your pH or your skin chemistry. But I know Twisted Lily has the opportunity to, allow you to sample this. So please get yourself a sample. This smells awesome. It really is such an amazing fragrance. So please do yourself a favor, get a sample. And I sincerely hope you love it. And if you're a fan of orange blossom fragrances, you need to have this in your collection. There's no question about it. So thank you for watching. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, the one thing that can be said about creative director Christopher Chung, everything that he touches is 100% unique, 100% original. And I've seen that throughout the many, many years that I have been following his work. Longevity on this fragrance, 10 plus hours. Projection on this fragrance, really good for the first hour and a half to 2 hours of application. It radiated well beyond an arm's length. It became an elbow's length scent right around hour 7, 7.5, a skin scent right around hour 10. As far as the versatility is concerned, perfectly unisex. You can dress it up or dress it down. See, this is one of those smells where when I'm craving it, and if I'm craving it, I'm not going to wait until I'm wearing a suit to wear it. I'm just going to wear it, right? So it's one of those fragrances where I can see it possessing a bit more of a formal personality just because it's such an interesting aroma. But again, to each his or her own. Wear it whenever you want, wear what makes you happy. And, don't try to pigeonhole it into this season or this classification or whatever. Now, here's the thing. I think this one can be worn all year round, right? The florals, the iris, the jasmine, the orange blossom, I see it working really well for the spring specifically, but the benzoin and the animalic notes and the leather. So I think this one can also do really well in the fall and winter. So if I had to say anything, I would say every season except for the summer. And I also think that in terms of the presentation, well, the frosted glass, and I have the travel atomizer, but it's the same presentation as Bravi, and I have a bottle of that as well. So honestly, it's gorgeous, right? It's really, really nice, really classy. I really enjoy the presentation of Thameen London products, and they look really nice when you have multiple bottles and you have them lined up next to each other. My final verdict on this fragrance is it's a must sample orange blossom perfume with hints of leather, spice, and other florals. Please check it out. And also visit Cephalabon, participate in the giveaway. You have a chance to win. First link down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you took something of value from today's episode. And if you did, please do consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and giving this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. Thanks again for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.